Whoa, hey, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I was just finishing editing the first episode of Vault Hunters. Oh, really? You want more already? All right, let's do it. Easy, hungry, and crowded. All right, let's get started. This isn't good. I thought this is where I started. So this is the last boss. Go, shaman, go! How did I get lost already? Yeah, I got it. Woo! And just like that, welcome back to Vault Hunters, episode 2. Collected up a pretty decent haul of loot, I think, in this one. Look at that. We even got repair core, unidentified vault axe. We got a bunch of good stuff in here. So I'm going to go ahead and sort all this out, and let's see what kind of loot we came out with. So I went ahead and picked out what I think is probably some of the best loot from this run, and this is what I came up with. We did manage to get a pretty good amount of vault loot. So we got a new unidentified axe, a couple of idols here, a new sword, as well as a new helmet, which is good because I didn't have a helmet at all, or a vault helmet, and I did actually manage to break the last pair of boots and almost went through a full durability on another right helmet in that crowded run. That was a little bit intense with a lot of the mobs and stuff in there. We did get a repair core, which is nice to have for repairing our armor, a couple of different flasks here. So this allows us to reset either the abilities or the specializations on the abilities, which we have here so far. If you guys have any questions on any of the abilities and stuff that I'm using here, please feel free to ask in the comments down below, because I'm going to try to explain as much as I can, but I may forget certain parts of this. And if you have any questions, I'd love to try to explain it as good as I can. So we did get a couple of unidentified relics as well. Now, the relics here are these random items that each one belongs to a set, as far as I understand. I think there are like 4 items in each set. Now, I do have a few other pieces in here from some different relics as well. So you can see, like, this is from the element set. We have some from the Richity set, warrior set, and a few different ones. So I think the objective is to get all 4 from each set, and then once you have all 4 from a particular set, I believe you can craft them into something else, which we'll probably get into later on down in the series. So that'll be fun to figure out as well. I'm kind of learning this as I go as well, so I don't know everything yet, but we're figuring it out. So here are a few of the vault gems we got. Some Larimar with some Larimar ore, a little bit of the beniatite, and some painite, as well as puffium. Puffium, I believe, is a much more rare one, and those ores can be used in all kinds of different crafting recipes and whatnot that we can use to make a lot of different things. So those are definitely good to have. Vault scrap, I believe, what is this? Scrap smelted down vault gear can be used to craft a repair core. So those will need to unlock. Well, I guess we could maybe do it. We use the vault scrap for repair cores, it looks like. So those are kind of a rare find. A couple of catalyst fragments. You can craft these vault catalysts. And what these do is they allow you to add a predetermined randomly generated modifier to the vault crystal before you go into the vault. So you can see here that the vault we just went into was easy, meaning that it takes our vault level and subtracts 10 from the difficulty. So the mobs inside as well as our damage are a little bit easier inside there. But we were very hungry, and I did start to run out of food towards the end, which is a little bit of an issue. And then crowded means there are a butt ton more mobs chasing us around, punching us in the back of the head the whole time, which was super obnoxious. But if you craft these catalysts, it allows you to basically know what type of modifier you're going to have before you enter the vault, which is super handy. We do have some relic booster packs and some mystery boxes. These we can open up right away. These relic booster packs can either give a tiny amount of experience, which you hardly even notice. They can also give you mystery boxes, or you can get more of the relics like we had in this box here as possible. So there's lots of random goodies that you could potentially get in the loot from these, which is always really exciting. Then we got some mystery boxes, which give us lots of random goodies. So we got a nice little apple here, which gives us some power-ups inside the vault. We got a mending book. That's pretty cool. We have a few trader cores here as well. So it looks like selling vault bronze, vault cookies, hardy apples, and enchanted golden book, it looks like that one was. Let's grab these out of here, and we'll throw them in my handy-dandy vending machine back here. So you can plop these guys into this vending machine, and at the bottom here, you'll see we got a trade for hardy apples that we can buy, which give you extra health inside the vault. We got a full enchanted apple. That is what it would be called, like a notch apple in vanilla, it looks like. Vault cookies, which are not really helpful to us because those allow you to gain vault experience before level 25, but we might be able to share them with some friends. And we could also buy a vault bronze, it looks like, as well. So nothing too crazy in there, but the big thing that I'm excited about are all of these pieces of gear here. So we're going to go ahead and open all these up and hope we get something good. So as the other stuff, these are also random rolls that we want to see what kind of things we got. So a new axe with 10.7% or 10.7 points of damage. We already have one with 14, so it's not quite as good as that one. But it does have a modifier for haste on it, which I already have haste too, so it's not super helpful. We've got a basically these idols are like fancy totems of Undying that have extra levels and other abilities on them. So we have a little bit of a totem with resistance, which is somewhat useful. Resistance 4 on this one, resistance 3 on this one. Not too good, but they do have a couple of levels, if you can see the open level slot on there. And that means that, as you can see on the totem we just have, if you complete the objective, aka killing the boss or other objectives that may occur later on the line, you fill one of those level slots and add an additional modifier to your idol. So we started this one out with plus 3% reach, and now it also gives plus 2% resistance, which is very handy. And the same for our armor as well. So these, I don't know if they had a thing or not already, but they do have extra durability now because you cannot put mending on the vault gear. So that's kind of nice. We got a sword here, which is not super good. 7.5% damage or 7.5 hearts. Not very good. But we do have some pretty good pants, it looks like. A pair of rare pants that have 5 armor, 2 levels, and +1 resistance. So they're actually a little bit better than those, but we can't wear them yet because you see here it says required level 48 in order to wear them. So pretty good loot haul, not too bad. We did manage to make it out and also managed to complete the objective. So I'm happy with that run, and we got a little bit of loot. And now I can show you what I've been up to in between episodes. As I mentioned last episode, I did get a little bit busy between the last episode and this one, and went ahead and cleaned up my little base area here. Added a nice little staircase into the front. We got my netherrack statue out here, and we've got a little hangout area. Creep Vortex helped me out with some decorations for the place. Looks pretty nice. We got the altar in the back now. Still pretty simple, but I did clean up all the chests and everything and reorganize. So now we have little hidden areas in our pillars here for all the compressed blocks. And I've got all of this stuff organized. Still got to do some work with these. I'll try to build up some different little workstations, and I want to try to do maybe some little like brewing station contraptions for healing potions and whatnot, and do a bunch of cool other stuff with those as well. But we got all of our vault loot organized into the center here now. So these are all the items that I've been getting from the vaults, which, as I was mentioning, I will try to explain what each of them do as we go. But I don't want to overload you with too much information, because I feel like I've already been blabbling a whole lot in this video so far. So these are all kind of like my precious gems. We got lots of diamonds, netherite, all of our rare vault ores are in here. So those are kind of our high-end crafting resources. We got all of our vault gear loot in here. So our nice boots and armor and swords and axes, all that stuff. We got lots of building blocks over here, so I organized these a little bit as well. So we got, you know, some woods. We got our modded blocks over here that we won't necessarily need in the altar recipes. We got all of our random vanilla items over here, and then some more modded items on this end. And there's a lot more to come in the future, so we're probably gonna have to, you know, add some more infrastructure, some more things to that as well. But it's looking good for now. I really like kind of the basic design here. We might add, well, we definitely will add some more features to this in the future. I was thinking about doing some kind of cool claw-looking things hanging over the outside of this, but I want to keep this relatively short and not overload with too much information at once. But I did want to briefly go over some of my abilities before we end the video for today. So I just wanted to run through kind of the ability tree, how things work, and the abilities that I've taken so far, because every level you get in your vault level, you get a skill point where you can use to increase your levels here. So dash, I had mentioned, I think in the first episode, where this allows me to shoot into the air. And I did also take some of these abilities have these specializations that do extra different effects. So I've taken this recharge in my dash, which allows me to gain 4 health points for every time I use the dash. So currently with the level 4 that I'm at, or the tier 4 dash, I actually gain 2 hearts every time I dash, and then it has a 18-second cooldown. So we got that going on. Mega Jump is another one here that I've taken that allows me to launch into the sky, and I've taken a specialization that basically drills through all the blocks above me, which sometimes helps get out of situations inside the vault. We have got Vein Miner here, which allows you to, you know, break a bunch of blocks at once. And then I've also taken the Fortune specialization, which adds an extra layer of fortune to my pickaxe if I'm using fortune on my pickaxe or whatever I'm digging with. Rampage here allows me to do extra damage, and then I've taken a specialization that does a damage over time effect, which is super helpful for fighting the boss there. You could see at the end, the Rampage stacks up and starts to do a ton of damage, which is very helpful, especially in boss fighting. And then Cleanse allows me to remove negative effects such as poison, withering, all that kind of good stuff. So I've taken that as well. We also have some good ones over here. Elvish is an ability. These are more like passive abilities, you could call them. So Elvish basically removes all fall damage, which is super nice. We've taken Strength, which obviously makes me stronger, do more damage. Reach allows me to like reach farther out when I'm mining blocks or placing blocks, which is very helpful inside the vault as well. Speed obviously makes me quicker. Haste, which allows me to dig faster, so I've got permanent haste 2 because of this. Lucky Altar allows to give me better recipes in crafting these crystals. So if I haven't shown this yet, you can go ahead and these vault rocks that you dig out from underground that I showed in the first episode, you can plop down on the altar here and you get a randomized recipe of items you need to feed the altar in order to craft a crystal, which is your entry ticket to the what is it called? The vault, the world with vaults. So once you throw those items in there, that completes that section. Once you complete all 4 of them, you activate it with redstone, and bing bang boom, you got yourself a vault crystal, which looks like this. Hopefully you're still with me here. I know I'm going really fast. I'm trying to get a bunch of information into your brain as fast as possible so that you can be up to speed on what's going on. Well fit, we have more hearts. Twerker allows me to grow some plants and things along those lines. And there's a whole lot of good stuff to the pack. There's a lot more than what I've shown so far. There's a lot more in the future. And I hope that you've enjoyed coming to hang out with me. We're going to have a lot of fun. Back to editing.